Cincinnati at Louisville, ESPN Friday night. Marco, what should bettors be looking at?
What they should be looking at here is Cincinnati is an undervalued commodity. They started the season slow, new coach. We've talked about that numerous times. They're getting it right now. This offense is starting to click, and I think we're going to see fireworks on Friday night because Louisville doesn't have any defense at all.
Okay, so that brings up a concept that we really pounded home early this season on the videos, is that new coaches typically have heightened expectation but underperformance early. And what typically happens is there's a backlash. Oh my God, this coach isn't doing as well as we expected. That's why we got rid of the prior guy. And then, a lot of the alums are losing money. They get less support. And just when they start to get it and turn it around is when they're undervalued by the market, giving us a great opportunity. Now, you're saying that that opportunity specifically is on the side towards a lot of scoring here.
I do. Cincinnati offense, is playing well right now. They've bought into it. And just to elaborate further on what you were saying there, public perception was even more on this team because you talked about that's why they had expectations for the new coach. You got to remember, this was a coaching change that they didn't fire the old coach. The old coach left for greener pastures. So this was almost...
No pun intended, Notre Dame, green.
Yeah, there you go. But it was a situation where having a new coach was actually a letdown than that high expectation. So when they started slow, it was quicker for
It was a reinforcement of, oh my God, we're never going to be
as good as we were.
Because let's be honest, Cincinnati wasn't great before Kelly. So we got a team that was average, reached the heights of the Division I football, and now they're back to the same old thing.
Exactly. But now this program is clicking. They played Oklahoma very well a couple weeks ago, and then last week they had another big blowout win against lesser competition. I think Cincinnati on Friday night, they're going to be able to move the ball on this Louisville team. Louisville has offense too. Louisville's been scoring. They've played a much easier schedule, I'll admit that. But Louisville does have, and the reason I'm looking here for the total rather than giving you a side in this game right now, there is a huge revenge factor for Louisville. Last year, Louisville got drilled by 31 points against Cincinnati. So they're playing with some revenge, so you have that added motivation on a Friday night home crowd on TV.
Now, here's what's interesting. These schools are about 100 miles apart. And so we talked about this in, TCU SMU a few weeks ago, is when you have schools that close and typically the stadiums aren't selling out and getting tickets, or it's easy to get tickets, you end up having a crowd closer to 50-50 in these very geographically close matchups. And perhaps the home field is overrated because the odds makers typically are putting the 3 on the home team and not overthinking this. The visitors have covered 7 of 9 ATS, which kind of speaks to that, I think.
Absolutely.
Which advantage Cincinnati in this case?
Definitely. I agree with you 100%. I also note that on this total, the Sharps didn't wait. This game, the total opened at 55 on this.
So a high number.
And it went to 58 early. I mean, right away. And generally speaking, we're not, again, we've said it 100 times, the general public generally is not betting a Friday game on a Tuesday.
Till Friday.
Till Friday. This line happened on Tuesday, this move.
All right. Well, give us your official projection.
I'm going over the 58. I see this as a 35-31 type shootout game where the team with the ball last could very well be the winner. I say take the over on Friday night.
All right. Great stuff. Now it's your turn to continue the conversation in the comment section with me and Marco. And next up, in the next video and the next audio podcast, we're moving to weekend college football and NFL action.